my witches. How you doing today? We are doing a new review of Agatha All Along, Season 1. It looks like we'll probably get another season, maybe. I'm just going to call it Season 1 for the time being. Either that or just an excellent miniseries. But, oh no, I'm spoiling my review. Okay. I decided to wait until the show was over before I really start talking about it. But hey, before then, let's get going with some news. I have dropped my Twitter account, so you no longer can go there and see my incredible witticisms about pop culture. It's not there. I deleted it or deactivated it, whatever. So you can find me on Blue Sky, which I've had an account for almost a year now. Threads, Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, and you can support this channel at just $1 a month over Patreon. And that also supports the Manos Publishing wing of the Real Manos Empire. So hey, let's get going with Agatha All Along review. And the showrunner is Jack, I believe, Schaefer. It stars Catherine Hahn, Joe Locke, Audrey Plaza, Patti LuPone, let's see, Shahir Samata, and Ali Areh. And oh boy, this was pretty good. Being a big fan of WandaVision, and I've been contemplating doing a video about either the MCU Phase 4 or at least the television portion of the MCU, because WandaVision is just an excellent piece of filmmaking and television. And one of the things I think the MCU should be proud of, frankly. And I was looking forward to this because Catherine Hahn's Agatha Harkness is a huge highlight in the series, and I couldn't wait to see what they were going to do with this character. And it actually surpassed my hopes, frankly. So essentially, the plot is that Agatha is still stuck in the mental magical trap that Wanda put her in, even after quote unquote her death, haha, in what was it, Multiverse of Madness. So she's kind of stuck, and she gets into this. She is this police detective, and she gets into this case where she finds a mysterious body that's been crushed and moved. Oh no, who is this? And little by little, she gets clues that doesn't seem to fit into her world, and she ends up interviewing a suspect named, well, she doesn't have a name. He's just some teenager that just appears in her house and maybe connected to the case. But in turn, he actually is someone, he's a witch, and he is able to free her from her mental shackles that Wanda put her in. And right there is Audrey Plaza's Rio character, who appears in this mental illusion and seemingly knows her from her past and is just kind of observing her. Like, it's really interesting, some of the scenes Plaza does with Catherine Hahn, because she is playing it close to the chest. Like, she has a secret, and she's kind of playing in on this character that, you know, is set up with the series. Anyway, she is still stuck without powers, and she's basically on empty. So the teen who, there's some sort of magical spell that prevents him from saying his name to her or her hearing, and they both need something. He has a quest he is on that he needs Agatha to help him with, and Agatha needs to recharge on her magic. So they decide it's time to go to the magical legend of the Witch's Road, which is supposed to be this kind of like, this place where if a witch goes and faces challenges on this road, they can get whatever they want. And Agatha is just like, this is kind of bullshit. We should not do it. and he is all in on that. So they get a coven together of other witches that do mead stuff, and they are, let's see, like I said, played by Zamata, Ali, and Patty LaPone, and they drag along the neighbor for this. But anyway, they're quickly pursued, and the challenges are really interesting because each house they go to is a challenge for a different witch, and it completely changes like the physical makeup of the characters, like they're in different clothing in different settings, and it becomes sort of mystery as to what exactly the road is and who our teen character is. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to say a spoiler here. So if you haven't watched the show and you've been watching this video up until now, go watch the show. I think it's excellent. But until then, the spoiler is that the teenager is Billy, Scarlett's son, and he is hoping to use the road in order to get his brother back, who is not been resurrected from after the WandaVision series. I assume the next thing is to go look for Wanda. But I don't want to give really too much away from what it does. I will get into like what the show does well. And what the show does well is, first off, it puts together the story, I think, in such a nice layered manner where, you and it balances the comedy and the suspense really well. It uses its smaller budget to great effect. And Catherine Hahn is just amazing in this. She uses her talents very well as far as mimicry, and they come up with some really nice uses. Not just her being stuck in this detective character, but when she like goes to the other witches at first and gives them bullshit, she does kind of put on a character. There are times where she gets possessed and becomes other people. We get to see her in the far past, and there's a lot of acting. Like Catherine Hahn backs up the acting truck in this series, and greatly supported by a wonderful cast. And Patty LaPone is excellent. And, for the first few episodes, you're wondering why they bothered casting her. It does feel like they've kind of are wasting her until we get to her episode. And the whole episode is just this amazing unstuck in time type of story. And it just completely elevates the entire series, which I think I already had a good opinion of until we get to this episode and even goes further. Let's see. And I gotta say, like, Shahir Samata, I was not familiar with her before this series started, but she is amazing, and I'm not familiar with her character. I had to go back and look it up. She's one of those Marvel characters that's so obscure I don't even know who they are, and she is kind of a magical witch character, so that's kind of a part of the Marvel universe I'm not really that like acquainted with. So that's a character that's completely slipped under my radar for my entire life until now, and her performance is so wonderful because you get to see like a lot of vulnerability in her. She is able to go for humor. She's really strong witted, as well as she's like all these characters, not really superheroes except for maybe Billy. They're witches, so they have moments of like weakness and stuff like that. One of my favorite jokes is when they get the chance, the portal to get out of the first house through an oven, and everyone's like, "Oh, oven, witches, I get it. We're not doing that." And water starts piling in from outside, and she's shoving people in to jump inside of it. She's really funny in this, and it does feel like she is going to be possibly used in other Marvel media from here, because it is a character that has some history with some of the other like magical characters in Ghost Rider and such. Man, I'm all in to see this character again. But the bad, I can't even pretend to have like a a poor opinion of anything in this series. I think it handles its characters extremely well. I think it tells a wonderful story. The direction is just amazing. I really enjoyed this. I thought this is definitely a high point of Marvel in the past year, and I believe this is probably. I'm sorry, I know a lot of people really love Deadpool and Wolverine, but I think this is probably the best Marvel thing this year. I don't know if they're able to be able to top this with the next couple, but it's an excellent piece of work. I really enjoyed it. Then again, I'm a sucker for look, Marvel and witches and magical horror, spooky stuff. So I mean, this was a can't miss for me. So I really dug it. What do you, the viewers at home, think? Let me know in the comments below. Did you see Agatha all along yet? Do you have any hopes of what's going to happen in the future of this character, as well as Billy? Because we're very obviously moving on to do some other stuff. Let me know. You can, like I said, you can find me at Blue Sky, Threads, Tumblr, Instagram, Facebook, and you can support this channel for just $1 a month over Patreon. And also I'm at Substack too. I'll start posting more now that the Ladybug Kickstarter is over. I'm going to be posting some more stuff on Substack. I got some Christmas surprises coming up. I'll talk about that here in the video, maybe in the future. So anyway, I think I'm going to head out and push the button, Lindsay.